to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
Jahan, what do you need?
Mike Fofo. I don't think you got it, son. Jim.
Rose.
Watch out.
Two.
Shit. Hey, alert three.
Hey, yo.
Kill.
Rhino. Where's Jahan?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
Play fake. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph. 48 yards.
Watch the run. Deuce.
Rhino.
No. Off.
Where's Jahan?
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
Watch the shit. Hey.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They find some open field here. A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Stafford. Complete to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, but he's got it.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
6-6, pull it hard.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
Bravo.
They snap it to Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Here we go, D.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Sponge. No. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 61 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Set! 280! 59!
40's mine, 40's mine. Yeah.
Hey! $32!
Stafford on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done. Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Hey, box truck.
Check.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Hey, 22! Hey, exit.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
Hey, C6.
On first and 10, Stafford. He'll get this one to Golladay. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Flicker. Y'all play. Hey, Karen.
He's checking.
Gun.
Crash. Both balls to Mike.
Hard.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And Diggs has it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Wide. Kill. Pick the edge. Come. Spurs.
He's coming, double up.
Under 50.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
44's the mic. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
The hood. 44's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into...
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Next to score, Vikings 24, Lions 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Get ready.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
22.
Anthony Barr brought him down.
Again, it's Johnson.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Stafford on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Alert flare. Alert flare.
Following the interception, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They go play action. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Well, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short. Stafford And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Lions 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 78 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a run with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
To throw it is Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
Through. Check 49. I know, easy.
They run. Cook fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Listen to me. Gun.
Watch the twist.
Here we go. Bring the energy.
From the 35 on second down, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 35 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings 38, Lions 13.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Lions.
Set. 180. 40 got.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Stay 50.
Stafford on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Stafford looks to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field in.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
That's me.
Cousins here to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Blue there. He's coming, he's coming. He's yo. Double up. 300. Twist.
On the carry, it's Cook. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Rush in.
Hey, 382, last 50.
Slam.
Rhino.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One last throw here for Stanford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.